like to introduce y'all to the king. I like to introduce y'all to the king. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. I like to introduce y'all to the king. I like to introduce y'all to the king.
Welcome back to KQ Life Motivation. I'm Zuhair, aka Mr. J. So today, I know it's been a minute me filming. I've been working on some things. So I wanted to walk y'all through a day, give y'all tips on your life, how to run the kingdom. Now, once again, the most important part of this whole thing that bear in mind as I run y'all through these things, this is how I run my kingdom. You gonna run yours differently. The rules that I may suggest, they work for me, and it may work for you. If it don't apply, then let it fly. But once again, I'm gonna walk you through my typical day, or thought processing with certain things on how people can run their kingdom / queendom. So jumping right into it, one of the main things I start my day with is prayer. Like you see this, you got to start your day with some form of positivity. You don't jump out the bed and grab your phone immediately. I start my day off with prayer. Before you check your messages, before you check anything else, you should pray. And once again, I'm not saying, obviously, not everybody's Muslim, but you start your day off with some type of positive thoughts. Whatever your religion may be, whatever your belief may be, but you always give credit to whatever that is first. Be thankful. Start off being grateful. I start my day off as soon as I open my eyes. Alhamdulillah, all praise is due to Allah for everything. I'm thinking about my 5 senses. That's a major key. I'm gonna put that up here somewhere for y'all can see. It's a major part of my life. Is I like to thank Allah or whatever you want to think for my 5 senses being intact. That's my vision, sense of taste, smell, touch, hearing. Just be grateful that I got all those intact. Then I'll start my day. Then I'll get out my bed. Then I'll start my prayer, get up, stuff like that. But the main thing I want y'all to take from this is you have to stay positive. You have to stay positive. You have to be in control of that. And how you start off positive and get in that good mood is focus on that first. Focus on being grateful first. As soon as you jump out the bed, like some people, they grab their phone, check their messages and all that. That's okay if you want to do that later on. But the first thing you should be doing is being grateful. That's a good way to start your day to be positive, is being grateful. So check that out. Start trying to implement that in your life every day. And like I said, when I walk through this day, the tips I'm gonna give you, this is my kingdom. I can't say that enough. This is my kingdom. How I run my life, and tips that I think may be beneficial to somebody else. But this is how I run my life or my kingdom, and my advice to you guys, or suggestions, or my perspective. All right. So we're gonna walk through this day, and inshallah, God willing, y'all learn something. All right. King life, queen life, KQ life.
I like to introduce y'all to the king. I like to introduce y'all to the king. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. I like to introduce y'all to the king. I like to introduce y'all to the king. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. I like to introduce y'all to the mind frame. I'm taking over the world, not just the mainframe. It's rules to this life, I swear it's just a pain game. What you can call love and hate by the same name. That word love is mystical, something like a fairy. Why do fools fall in love as a cemetery? I'm not saying that's why they all got buried, but I know when in eclipse that split for popping the wrong cherry.
Come here. Major tip that I'm gonna have to tell you. Let me shut this door now. Come in. Too often people let you know, or you telling people where you rest your head at. You can't do that. come on, let's talk about this more. Where you rest your head at is so intimate. A lot of us kings and queens, we like to be friendly, stuff like that, but nah, like where you rest your head at should be only known by a select few, if any. A lot of times we bring drama to our house. Let me sit down for this, because this right here is a major tip. Where you sleep at, where you reside at, even where your bed is located, can be critical details on your kingdom, your queendom, to keep yourself, your family, your loved ones safe. Too often we invite people into our homes, our kingdoms, our castles, our queendoms, and then later on, if you haven't fallen out with that person, now they know exactly where you stay at. Same thing with working. Any place where you're at, where you work at, where you like to spend your quality time or your peace at, where your family is. Those details should remain hidden as much as possible. And I'm not saying you have to be paranoid or anything like that, but it's about keeping yourself safe and not inviting drama home. Your home, your castle is supposed to be a peaceful place where you could come home, rest your head, knowing that there's no drama and stuff like that. Same thing. It doesn't have to be your physical castle, your house. It could be your phone number. It could be anybody having access to you in any way, shape, or form, whether that be email, phone number, your house, work location, any of those things you got to keep sacred. A lot of times, I'm telling you, we try to be friends or we try to expand our kingdoms, but we give away too much too soon. Where you stay at should remain peaceful. Your kingdom, your queendom should remain peaceful. One of my major tips is just that. All right. Okay. Let me be very clear about something. Okay. Hold on. King life. It's about that, actually. King life, queen life, KQ life. I heard some feedback from some people saying, okay, this person is not a king, or this person is not a queen. I know this in my life coaching sessions. Let's get something understood. Everybody is a king or a queen of their own life. When they wake up out that bed, they have to make their choice. They have to make decisions on what they want to do or what they don't want to do. So they have to make that individual choice. You know what I'm saying? Even people who lock behind bars, they have to make the choice to get out. They might have some assistants that come along with that. But once again, you are a king, you are a queen, because you run your own life. You make those decisions. Now, how that kingdom or queendom may look, that's dependent on you. Now, that's one of the major things I want to cover through this whole segment is who you assign what roles in your kingdom or your queendom is critical. That's one of the most important things that we do as kings or queens is who we assign what titles. Who do you have as your king? Who do you have as your queen? Who do you have as your advisors? Who do you have as your military, your defense, your protectors, your healers, if you will? Who do you assign these positions? Now, based off that is how your kingdom or queendom is going to be ran. Now, nobody else has the power to assign these positions but you. So you can't go faulting other people when those positions fall through, when they don't go according as planned. Because that's why you have to create your best self, therefore creating a good mind to be able to choose wisely. Because if you're not your best self and you don't even know what's best for you, how are you going to assign other titles and positions in your life when you don't even know what the best you looks like? So how are they going to support you? All right. So anyway, we're going to talk about that more often later on in the segment. So we'll build and stay prepared. We out. About to head out. Follow me for some quick tips and rules, if you will.
I like to introduce y'all to the king. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. I like to introduce y'all to the king. I like to introduce y'all to the king. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. I like to introduce y'all to the mind frame of taking over the world, not just the mainframe. It's rules to this life, I swear it's just a pain game. When you can call love and hate by the same name. That word love is mystical, something like a fairy. Why do fools...
That's clear expectations. It's okay to set boundaries. That's one of the most important things, is to set boundaries. In your kingdom, your castle, your queendom, you have to set clear expectations and boundaries, and don't cross them for nobody. Don't break them. Don't bend the rules for somebody that's an individual. Oh, this is my friend. No, if you come in my house, take my shoes off, take your shoes off. That's your rule. That's what everybody has to abide by. Not Uncle Johnny get to come in with his shoes on. No, make your expectations to your kingdom or your queendom clear and to the point. Well, at the round table, everybody's opinions matter when coming to making decisions. You have to get everybody's point of view, everybody's perspective on the situation. Just because you see something your way, don't mean you don't need to take everybody's perspective into consideration. So you have to listen to everybody. It's not just about your point of view, it's about everybody's thoughts when making a decision. Especially if it's something that's going to affect your castle, your kingdom, your queendom, you have to get everybody's point of view or perspective. King line. Listen, I want y'all to take notice of something real quick. It goes in with the whole theme. You see this castle? Notice how you got to go uphill just to get here. Come here. Notice how you have to go up the hill. Listen closely. Notice how you have to come up the hill just to get to the castle. Now, even more so. Look at that gate. Zoom in on that gate. Zoom in close on that gate. You see them locks? Now come back to me. Why you think it's so protected? I'm saying too much. That's for your mind. Lock gate, travel uphill just to get to the castle. King life, queen life, KQ life. Big tip. Careful who you taking advice from. If you trying to make a decision on how to act, on how to deal with a situation, don't take advice from people that's not level-headed. You want to get advice or recommendation from people who think with a clear mind. So if you know who you got in your corner that's quote unquote about that life, you might not want to contact them about making important decisions or dealing with situations that mean more to you than to them. Because with them, it's always going to resort back to this. So scratch that and get somebody that's more focused and positive. That's up to you. Another tip. Spend time outside of the castle. It's okay. Spend time with the villagers. Once again, I need y'all to think outside the box on these. Understand on these tips, you have to think outside the box. This King Life. Don't be so familiar. Don't let your moves be so predictable. Get outside the kingdom. Get outside the queendom. Be missed. Be appreciated. Now, if you come back to the kingdom and you being treated the same way, like you never left after getting out for a couple of days or a week or so, whatever have you, that's another story, right? But it's okay to step outside the kingdom, step outside the queendom and see something different. You got to look at the conditions of your people as well. That's another story. You have to look at the conditions of your people. If you sitting here, if you sitting in there, but your people down there looking crazy, now only you know. Once again, only you the king or queen in your life. Only you know who those people represent, what those situations are, and what this situation is. Only you know that. But if you like this, and they looking crazy, that's an issue. King life. How I start my day is how I'm gonna end my day. Now, I remember early in the morning, start my day with gratefulness, end my day with gratefulness. For me, once again, put my head on that mat, thanking Allah, thanking God, being appreciative. I made it to see another day. I came home back to my kingdom, my castle, in one piece, alive and well. So once again, showing that gratitude, that's what's going to keep you in a positive environment, mentally and spiritually. All right, and that once again, repeat. Go to sleep like that, You wake up like that. You start your day, you end your day with gratitude. King life.
Most niggas said fuck it. I seen crack make Ferraris out of buckets. Same time seen it turn lobster into nuggets. They say money's the root of evil, but who plants the seeds? So fuck it, $1 million mansions that I plan to see. They say you can't have money without having stress, so I try to keep a smile as I cash this check. I like to introduce y'all to the king. I like to introduce y'all to the king. Now all I need is my crown and my ring. Now all I need